All right, friends, picked up a new goat yesterday. Actually, no, that was the day before. Her registered name is Sugar Baby. She's already in milk. This is her first freshen. She had 2 boys, so she's already in milk. But I can't call her Sugar because it just doesn't match. All my other names are regular names. So her name will be Camilla. I don't know how she feels about it, but it is what it is. She's still adjusting to the herd. They're all out in the pasture. And she was out earlier and she came back in. I think she's enjoying having the actual pen to herself, I guess. So there she is. That's Camilla.
What did we name her again? Camille something?
Camilla.
Come here, Camilla. Is she nice? Getting big. Getting real big. I think she's getting real big. Maybe the last time I held you. But I'll always accept your little kisses.
Guys, my kids have lice. No, not the human ones. The little baby goats. So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put, I think it's Promethean. It's a liquid for lice and mites and all that stuff. I'm going to wipe that gently on their face because I did see some eggs around their eyes and on their cheeks and around their ears, which is how I noticed it. I don't see any signs in the adults. Usually in the adults you'll see that their nose is like the hair's gone around their ears from them itching on stuff. But they still have their hair and they look normal, so I don't think it's really affecting them. But precautions, so I'm going to treat the babies. We're going to completely clean out this goat barn. I did clean it out before Macy kidded, but I just did it quickly. I didn't lay any DE down. I didn't do any python dust, which is what we're going to do now. I'm going to completely clean this out. It is pretty messy. It hasn't been touched since Macy kidded. So we're going to completely clean that out. I'm going to let it air dry for a little while because it is a decent day. It's nice and windy, nice and sunny, so hopefully it'll air dry quickly. I'm going to drop the DE down, let that sit a little bit. I'm going to python dust all my adults. I did worm a few of them. I'm not worming the ones that are in milk. So I worm the adults. We're going to lay DE. We're going to python dust them all because that will kill any of the lice or mites or anything that are on them. I really like python dust. It works really well. I'm also going to sprinkle that in the ground here. I'm going to lay some fresh straw. And we're going to sprinkle some more DE and python dust just lightly over it all, just to make sure we killed everything. So let's go. So this is the stall for the kids to sleep in at night that Gage and I built. Basically 2 pallets connected at that wall. This is solid. It doesn't, well, it's not quite solid. We got to get some braces in there because as they get older, they're going to push on it. But this one is hinged. Lift up.
Oh, sorry.
This one is hinged so it moves out. We have a little lock here. And to keep the weight off it, you have to lift it up to lock it, which will take some weight off the hinges,
I thought you were gonna
at least
remove
overnight.
the bench.
We are. And we're going to remove this bench today because the goats do parkour. They hop from here to here and then right up over the side. Mostly just Finn. Lucky has gotten out once. Minnie hasn't gotten out at all. But we're going to start cleaning this one out too. Get rid of that because this is where they stay overnight. So obviously I don't want it to be dirty in here.
It smells like cow in here.
It's called goat.
Well, it smells like cow. It's a pleasant-ish smell.
All right. Back to work. All right, so I got it all raked out. It's a dirt floor, but it's had several layers of straw and hay and wood mulch over the couple years, so it doesn't clean right out. But you can see under here, like, it's not level anymore just from digging out and cleaning it. But we're all cleaned out now. Just gonna let it dry for an hour or two, best it can, really. And then we're gonna lay some DE down. In the meantime, gotta go get a screwdriver and get this out. All right, so we have the shed cleaned out, and now we're gonna treat the kids themselves. I'm using permethrin 10, got it right at Tractor Supply. It's an insecticide. I'm gonna put some on a paper towel and then basically wipe it over the lice eggs that I see on their face. Right now, I only see it on the kids, and maybe that's just because they have black fur, I don't know. But we're gonna treat them, and we're gonna treat the adults with the what I call python dust. I forgot what it was called. So we're gonna treat them with the python dust. We're gonna give the babies permethrin 10. Hopefully that kills all the eggs that are on them. Probably should be wearing gloves for this, but oh well.
Do it country style.
Being very careful not to get it in her eyes. And this should basically just kill all the eggs.
So it goes around the eye?
Well, I'm just rubbing it where the actual lice are.
Oh. I thought you were talking about that they were like on the eyelids and crap.
No. Let's do the other side. Can you switch around? Leave it alone, please. Whatever. Can you switch her around?
This way?
Like, put her in the other arm.
I was lucky once,
What are you doing?
Yeah, speak of the devil, there he is right now. Don't you think Willie sounds like a boy? I mean, like a baby.
All right, let me show you what we're treating here. You can see right there all the little lice eggs, which we're killing.
They're so small.
Yeah, we're killing those, and then we're gonna put a little bit of that python dust on their backs to basically kill any adults if they do have any on them. Right, Nuggie? He's being very helpful. Night night.
Yeah.
Love you too. All right, guys, we got DE down, we got python dust down. Gonna let this sit for, I don't know, another hour or two. Right before dark, I will come in and bring in a bunch of fresh straw. And hopefully our problem will be resolved. Now in the python dust, it says to put it on the perimeter. That's why it's all messy and all over the walls. Tiny friend. Say hello. All right, so I dusted the girls. That was not easy. Permethrin the babies, just because I could see all the eggs on them, so I wanted to take care of that. I did dust them slightly. I did make sure to dust their moms so that that would kind of carry on. But I think we're good. Bring out some fresh straw in a little while. One of today's other little tasks, we used to have this, it's just a lever that turns to close the door. Well, it broke off, so I was using this cinder block to hold the door shut. Well, I came out earlier when the goats were out grazing, and all of these bucks were with all of my does. And then I tried to bring them into this pen. Then they all went in. Oh, it was horrible, guys. So I don't think any breeding happened, but I put that back on nice and tight and added this second latch this way, or latch. This way they can't really pull on it as much to loosen that. So for now, until I make it to the store to get me a good actual latch, I think this will do. So far, so good. Alright, I didn't get a film, but I just added all the straw. Well, not all the straw. I added straw to their barn. I did a thin layer throughout, like, the walkway, like a real thin, not even everywhere. But where they sleep, oh, it's dark. Where they sleep, I added a little extra, but still not a whole lot, because I don't want it to be, I know, I don't want it to get thick and messy like it was before, so. Thought I heard the door open. So, let me show you what I did. Alright, so you can see I did a real thin layer here. A lot of them sleep underneath here, so I did put a little extra there, like where they would lay. Just a little bit of thin layer here. Now I did put extra in here because this is where the babies will be, and you can see that I pulled that one out of the corner. Really hoping in the morning I will still have 3 little kids in here. Only time will tell. So hopefully this works. We'll see. So stay tuned. I will keep you updated to let you know how it goes. Probably check back in a week or so. I think we should have a pretty good indication by then how well my methods worked. And I know it's not a super common occurrence, but it does happen. I actually just saw someone posted in one of the goat groups that I'm in about it, that their goat was itching and all this, and everyone's like, oh, it's lice. So she's like, what do I do? Here's what you do. So this is what I do. It's treated every other time. It's never been a real big deal, and honestly, I've never noticed lice eggs on my goat. I did notice it on my pig one time, but that was like 2 years ago. So maybe it's just because they're little and more susceptible. I honestly don't know. But I think we got it taken care of. We'll see. I'll definitely keep an eye on them. But all in all, I think we did pretty good. So stay tuned. I will keep you posted and let you know how it all works out. Thanks for watching, guys.